are back here with the New American Perspective. I have friend of the show, Charles Jones, former NBA player, college coach. We're looking to see him in the NBA doing great things really soon. But the NBA has a huge scandal on its head. So the FBI, Cash Patel, I think we all gotta watch out for Cash Patel because I think that he's coming to anybody's house. But the FBI director, Cash Patel, has taken down 30 individuals in 11 states, including Chauncey Billups. Some of us know him from the Detroit Pistons. Terry Rozier, he's still playing, right, Terry?
Yeah,
Damon
he used to
Jones
play.
and Dante Porter. So they have all been arrested by the FBI for illegal gaming, illegal betting. And I think that I talked to you about this before. That I think that I was saying, I've been saying for years. You said don't bring up Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
But when I first started seeing, just some discrepancies is when you know how you're scoring, right? Now you could be
Mhm.
off in a game, right? There's some certain times, the risk is this way, that way, whatever. But I used to watch Paul Pierce, who is an absolute, who has the scorer's aura, right?
Mhm.
Who has that. And the way that he was off, the way that he would take shots, I'd be like, he could hit a shot anytime he wants to hit a shot, right? And then I was
Yeah.
watching the game, and I stopped watching the NBA. I'll tell you that because I couldn't look at it with my basketball eyes, knowing how disciplined that we are, and then seeing little stupid stuff go on that's going to make these numbers go different ways with the bets. But now we're heavy into the betting system. And I just always wondered, I think I asked you, how can we trust players, right? That when everything is about betting and real money, and then I got to play it. So how can we trust them? How do you feel about the whole thing? What's your
Well, here's
perspective?
the thing. Let me judge on Paul Pierce first, right? And no, but I'm gonna bring up Kevin Durant and Kyrie when I say it, is
hmm
because they were talking about when Udoka, the coach, left them and went to
hmm
Boston,
That was
and
Nia Long's.
yes, he
Yeah.
knew how to took like people understand, especially when they watch your film, they start to take away your tendency. Like the stuff, some of your tendency, they try to stuff that you like to do, they try to
hmm
take it away so that you have to do something else. And so
hmm
you may get a similar shot, but it may catch you off guard because of the defense that they play or how, the space they put you in. And then, some days you could be off. Paul Pierce is one of the guys, like I knew him. Like I met him. That's my dude. I met him when we went to Combine. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Ever since we've been good money. We did Nike
Right.
commercial together. Seen him around. It's always love. But he wasn't the most athletic guy. He was more of a technician. So everything had to been going right for him. Like he had to get himself into a flow, keep his mentality straight before certain games. There's gonna be days you're gonna be off. I mean, that happens. Now when you go to some of these guys, Porter was the guy who he was initially grabbed. They initially got him a while ago. He was just recently, his brother Michael Porter said that they did a pod together where he got the chance to talk to his brother for some hours and really, really talk, from the space, and get an understanding of what his brother was thinking and what he was going through. Um, the thing about this is, allegedly, all these guys had, just did a little bit of tanking, underperformed, took themselves out of games, um, even had the gambling as far as cards, where they were saying you could see the cards face down, had different cameras. Um, but this is some of what, the thing about that also is if you watch some of the poker, if I'm not mistaken, you watch some of the poker tournaments, they have those cameras where you could see, some of what's going on. So, I mean, I'm not, again, it's alleged. So we'll see what comes out. We'll see what comes out of it. I mean, it's tough. Um, it's interesting if it happened, it's interesting to understand why. I'm not saying that anything kind of justifies it, but who knows if somebody's in imminent danger. People are willing to do, some things. I don't know if, who knows the gambling debts or what it could have been. But
Does this harm the NBA to you? Does this, throw shade on the NBA or the other sports to you?
no, I think life goes on. I mean, what happens is people are going to say, "Oh yeah, I always thought this, that, and the third," but still going to watch games. Still going to watch games. Still going to bet on games. They may take away. I don't even know if they're going to take the live betting away. Um,
Mm,
because this is the thing. If you try to take it away, it just goes back to the bookie. There's going to be a way. Somebody's going to gamble. Somebody's going to gamble. Somebody's going to try something. Um,
mm-hmm.
um, and they're getting taxes off it. They taxing the money. Once they find a way to make some money off it, just like with weed, they legalized it and they taxing it in certain places. Um, so
Which is horrifying.
it's interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, there's always been a preconceived notion that once the FBI gets you, they got a high conviction rate. But lately they've been taking some funny swings
Right, right, right.
and some funny
Some
swings.
funny swings.
But I say that because like even with where we at the NIL space, right? And again, I'm gonna say allegedly, they were alleged to want to take football down.
Mm,
Originally, they came to the guy that they had, they came to the money guy. They wanted it was football. Once they realized all the boosters and the sponsors and everything that was behind the football, you guys just think about it. College football is a big business. You got some of these stadiums are 100,000, hold on, 100,000, 80,000. Like basketball is big time, but let's be realistic. A college arena, what, about
yeah,
10,000,
but
seven thousand.
those football, they're making a
There's some
lot
big,
of money.
no,
A
no,
lot
yeah,
of
but
money
they were
is
making a
going through
lot of
there.
money
Sometimes,
before this.
right.
Before NIL,
Hmm.
it was a lot of money going
Hmm.
through there. And
Hmm. Right,
there's a
right, right,
way,
right.
there's a way the blue bloods become blue bloods. There's a way Alabama stays Alabama. There's a way, there's ways, there's boosters.
Hmm.
Even what's it, Jerry Jones, once you had
But
the
so this
NIL,
seems so much like if you can't beat them, join them, right? They fought their point, and what was it, the O'Bannon case at from UCLA that really broke everything open. That
yeah.
he talked about, hey, they're using us, and
Yeah, on the video games,
for
they
our
did
likeness.
it for years. But none of the people, and it's tough because nobody got it. Nobody, some of us should have got some type of check. Everybody that
Right,
played college basketball before, even give us a check for a dinner,
right.
a dinner or something. Hey, we appreciate. But I mean, it's tough. But what I was saying was that originally they wanted football. They didn't take down football. They said they took basketball, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got a number of guys who happened to be black that ended up taking the fall. Ended up doing, and then right after that, so guys got in trouble for maybe $20,000,
Mm-hmm.
$12,000,
Mm-hmm.
and now the kids are getting 500, 600, anywhere between 12,000 to $1 million, $2 million to play.
Exactly.
So in this, it's okay. You got Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. If they did something wrong, then they did something wrong. Allegedly, it can be going allegedly, but there has to be something bigger than this.
Hmm.
If it's
But
something, there's
but wait,
always
but
something at the
wait.
top.
When you say that, listen, the Bonanno family, the Gambino family, and all these other mafia families are tied in, right? So these are small fish. The John C.
Yeah,
Billups, they just got word. Hey, look, the ring. We need somebody on the inside, somebody that's working. Now, what they're saying, they got wire fraud, money laundering. They're getting tips of who's out the game today and stuff like that on how
but
to bet,
you know
right?
what's tough, man? You know what's tough about that? Not to cut you off, and I'm sorry
Mm-hmm,
for cutting you off.
mm-hmm,
Because immediately what I thought about is small talk, right? It's like people pillow talk, right? So you get people say, and again, I'm not giving them an alibi. Everything is alleged. I'm just speaking from a space. If I know when I get around people that I'm comfortable with, especially if I've been drinking and chilling, you start to talk. Some people talk a little more than others. You start going, and then, especially if we go back to scorers or you playing
right,
cards, you in your
right, right,
element, you
right.
talking, you bragging. Oh, I know this such and such, man. He ain't. So you can do that. Now, anything. extra than that, you're going above and beyond. But some people know, like we all know certain people that, hold up, what did they say happened? We heard such and such did what? Oh, I know it could do. And such. I call this person. He knows what it is. All I gotta do is give him this, and they'll just
Mm-hmm.
say everything. Now, that happens. So that can happen at car games. Somebody can be at the game that didn't know what was going on and just can be talking about something. But
Okay,
now,
hold on.
if
Let
they
me
got
give you
any other
something.
evidence, yeah.
Let me give you something really quick because okay, so let's say let's put it in the air. You're at the Knicks. Okay, you're the
Mhm.
recruiter at the Knicks, and I call you up, homies. Right? I call you Charles. Who is not going to be playing whoop de whoop? Right? And then you say, oh, such and such and such and such. And maybe you don't even know who I'm connected to, right? And who I'm going to tell this information to. But you be like, yo, such and such just, you know, got his finger. We don't know. Something that's not in there. So
No,
I
I
can
got you.
see.
I got the scenario for you. This is what I was
Okay.
talking about. Just the same thing with the cards. It's easy. Like I got a friend of mine, Sham Guard, that
Mm-hmm.
coaches with the. He was with
Exactly.
Dallas. Now he's
Mm-hmm.
with Orlando.
Right.
He plays Charlotte tomorrow. I may go to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: just in small. Now I'm not saying this is what he said. This is not it. We talk homies. We don't talk about the players and nothing like
Mm-hmm.
that. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, for an example. So I'm just saying because I just had a conversation with somebody just about life, right?
Right.
He's trying to help me get back in the NBA. So you're saying now I'm going back to me talking to you. You
Mm-hmm.
call me. What you would probably say is, "Hey, what's up? Who y'all got? Oh, y'all got who y'all got? Where y'all at now? Oh, y'all played the Toronto? Yeah, we got Toronto. All right, y'all played Toronto. Who y'all play after that? Yo, y'all been on a roll and y'all been looking shaky. Everything all right? I'd be like, oh, nah, you know what's, man, we be all right. This such and such got to get over this, or what's his name is hurt. We got this too. So you could just be talking to somebody in a regular conversation, and that can happen if you're not mindful, especially if you're thinking, this is my friend, we're cool, we've been cool, I knew them for a long time. Um, that can happen unknowingly, easy. Somebody can have you on speakerphone and y'all can just be talking regular. Um, it could be somebody, you could be calling somebody to vent that's on a speakerphone saying a nail salon, barbershop, or whatever, and you never know who's listening.
Well, it's interesting because I blame the NBA because I blame the NBA of putting this type of responsibility on everybody without having it's new. All of a sudden, one of the major sponsors of the NBA is uh um FanDuel and DraftKings and everybody involved, and it's real money, moving around. I blame the NBA because I think that you shouldn't even took this on as a sponsor, right? Because now you make it's betting, it's entertainment at this point, right? I don't think that, and you know that the Lakers are heavy in it now. LeBron didn't play yet this year, right? Am I correct? So
Nah, he's allegedly hurt.
I'm glad you said that he's allegedly hurt. We're going to take a break real quick and we're going to come back with the all-star Charles Jones on all levels, scores aura in the place. And we're going to come back here on Millennium News 24 with your new American perspective. Let's